Hello everybody, Steve Gramis, President of the PPA, coming at you with another follow-up informational video about the OIS process. Recently we've had a good number of OISs out there, and there's been some confusion on the process and what takes place. Metro sent out an AN to everybody that outlines what the supervisors are supposed to do at the scene. One of those is to assign a monitor to the officer and then keep the PPA or the PPA's attorneys or any union representatives away from the officers until FIT can arrive and talk to them or introduce themselves, as they've said, first. It's important for you guys to know that, one, I don't ever want any of our officers violating policy or getting themselves in trouble thinking that, you know what, I don't care about that AN, I'm going to do what I want. I don't want you guys in that position. Let us deal with those problems. Two is the monitor. You got an important job. Your job is to not only monitor the officer and make sure he's okay or she's okay, but it's to keep people away from the officer. People will want to come up and talk to them and get the story and, hey, how did it happen? What's going on out there? Don't let that happen. Shut them down and tell them to stay away from the officer. And that's going to include FIT or CERT or maybe even command staff. Some people want to be inquisitive and ask the officer what happened. It's your job to make sure you step in and tell them that's not proper right now. They need to be having their attorney arrive prior to answering any questions. We're talking about the incident. That leads into my next section about this. Invocation of attorney. I think there's a misconception that just because we're police officers that we are somehow immune to the rights that are afforded to us by the Constitution. You have the right to an attorney. You don't have to speak to anybody until your attorney gets there. And as a matter of fact, I prefer that when someone comes up and talks to you about anything from FIT or CERT or wherever it may be, advise them that you have invoked your right to counsel and you're not going to speak to anybody until your counsel arrives, whether it's David Roger or one of the other call-out attorneys. It's key in that role because you as an officer, if a suspect says to you, I want my attorney, you stop talking to him. This is the same case. You're a suspect in a shooting until proven otherwise. You should be waiting for your attorney, and no criminal statement should be given against your attorney's advice if that's the advice that they give. Once the attorney gets out there, they'll talk to you, they'll let you brief them on what took place, and they'll talk to you about the process going forward. But it's important that you listen to your attorney. That's what you pay a lot of money for your dues. It's that attorney's opinion on the scene that whether you talk or you don't talk, whether you do a walkthrough or you don't do a walkthrough. If we're not going to listen to them, then what's the point of even having them there? You got to pay attention to what they tell you. And it's always for your best interest. It's not for Metro's, it's yours. So at the end of the day, understand that we're looking out for you. We care about your rights, and we care about nobody coming in and investigating you from any outside agencies or charging you internally for a shooting because of what you say. The communicator still is not going off for us. We're not getting calls from Metro. We're still kind of blackballed from the communicator itself. Therefore, we rely on your phone calls. You got to reach out to us. Text us. Call us. Whatever means you can, let us know of a critical incident when it happens. We pride ourselves in getting out there as quick as possible so you guys know that we're there for you and everything's going to be okay. One of the other big parts is that RV. The RV's been a huge success coming out there. It's a great staging area for our officers. It's a great interview area, and it's a great area for you guys to sit and decompress. We always have water, drinks, and food so you guys can really relax until you have to go give a statement or do a walkthrough or the countdown at the end of the night. As always, we're always looking out for you guys. Some of the things we may do, some people may say, hey, we're department employees, we're department members, we're co-workers. We should get along with FIT or we should get along with CERT. We do that. But when it comes to this, we're looking out for just your rights, not the perspective of Metro in that moment. So please understand why we do what we do. And if you have any questions, please always call up here and talk to any one of us. Talk to me, talk to one of the e-board guys, or David himself. He'll always call you back. Till we talk again, be safe, and if you have anything, please reach out to us.